When temperatures climb above 90 degrees, a chicken stops laying, stops eating, and starts dying within hours without cool water. Amish farm families use a $6 method to keep water cool from morning to evening without electricity. I am not naming it yet because there is a mistake most people make that turns this into a problem. Heat kills chickens faster than almost any other farm threat. A hen's normal body temperature runs between 104 and 107 degrees. When the air reaches 90 or above, she cannot dissipate heat fast enough through panting alone. She needs cool water continuously because water is her primary cooling mechanism from the inside. When water in a standard waterer reaches the same temperature as the air around it, which it does within an hour or two of morning fill, the water stops helping and the bird starts declining. Before I give you the method, here's what does not work and why, because most people try these first and lose time. Ice cubes dropped into a standard waterer melt within 45 minutes in 90-degree heat and raise the temperature of the remaining water as they do. A shaded waterer alone, without any active cooling, reaches ambient temperature within 2 to 3 hours. Commercial poultry waterer coolers cost $30 to $60, require electricity, and are useless when the power goes out, which in summer heat waves is exactly when you need them most. Here's what Amish farm families have used through every summer for as long as anyone on these farms can remember. The night before a hot day is forecast, fill 2 or 3 standard 2-liter plastic bottles with water and place them in the freezer. The next morning, drop 1 frozen bottle directly into your largest waterer. The bottle displaces some water volume, but the ice block inside chills the surrounding water through the container wall without melting into it, which means the cooling lasts 4 to 5 hours instead of 45 minutes. Rotate a second bottle in when the first has thawed, which you can feel by picking it up. Done correctly, you are moving from morning to evening with water that stays meaningfully cooler than the air around it for under $6 in startup cost, the price of 3 2-liter bottles. The apple cider vinegar addition is the second part and the one most backyard flock keepers do not know. Add 1 tablespoon of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar per gallon of water during summer months, not distilled white vinegar. Raw apple cider vinegar with the mother. It lowers the pH of the water slightly, which inhibits the growth of bacteria and algae in warm water, keeps the water cleaner between fillings, and provides small amounts of potassium and trace minerals that help birds maintain electrolyte balance during heat stress. Penn State Extension has documented the benefits of apple cider vinegar in poultry water during high heat periods. A bottle costs around $5 and lasts most of a summer season. Now here is the limitation and the mistake I mentioned at the start. Do not use galvanized metal waterers with apple cider vinegar. The acidity reacts with the zinc coating on galvanized metal and leaches zinc compounds into the water at concentrations that are harmful to chickens over time. This method works with plastic waterers only. If your current waterer is galvanized, this is worth knowing before you start, not after. The shade placement matters as much as the cooling method. Position waterers in the deepest shade available during the afternoon hours, ideally on the north or east side of the coop, or under a solid structure rather than lattice, since lattice shade shifts with the sun. A waterer in full afternoon sun will reach air temperature within an hour regardless of what you put in it. Here is what this cost me this summer before I understood what heat was actually doing to the flock. I lost 4 laying hens in a single afternoon during a 3-day heat wave. The waterer was full. I had filled it that morning. What I had not done was keep the water cool, and by 2 in the afternoon, it was the same temperature as the air inside the run. 4 birds that were producing eggs every day for 2 years dawned in one afternoon because the water in front of them was too warm to help. The frozen bottles cost me nothing that summer because I already owned them. The apple cider vinegar cost $4. If I had known this method the previous summer, it would have cost me $4 and I would still have 4 hens. That is the calculation that matters. The frozen bottle and apple cider vinegar system costs $6 to set up and runs on freezer space you already have. Keep 3 bottles rotating and your flock has cool water from sunrise to sunset through any heat wave forecast. Subscribe because the next video covers the 1 feed adjustment that helps chickens handle heat from the inside, and most flock keepers have never heard of it. Tell me in the comments how many birds you are keeping and what temperatures you are dealing with right now, because that changes how many frozen bottles you need to rotate, and I will give you the specific number.